Hello everyone, DocTech25 here with Minecraft episode 7 of the Xbox 360 edition. And let me start off by saying that this audio commentary is a voiceover, meaning that it was recorded after the fact, so it's not live during the gameplay. And the reason for that is I was using Audacity, and it messed up on me. It deleted the file without exporting it because it crashed. So I was having problems with it before with distorting my audio, so I have gotten rid of that pile of junk and switched over to Adobe Audition. Now, as you can see in the video, I replaced the floor with spruce wood and decided to use stone bricks in the walls as well. I also started converting the mine shaft over to cobblestone because it looks a lot nicer. I'll probably do a design in the future. I don't know if you noticed the orange sheep out there, but that's for a future project. And I got to decorate the upstairs off camera. I completed the wall, which that took a long time to gather the remaining blue wool. And I think I came up with the name for my dog. Because of the yellow collar, I think I'm going to name her Old Yeller. And in this episode, we're going to look for a location to put the carrot farm. And I'm explaining there how I want to put a hallway there and make like a sky bridge into the rest of the mountain, but that's going to be in a future episode. In this episode, like I said, we're going to look for a location for the carrot farm and actually start building the carrot farm. Yeah, that's why I want to put the sky bridge up there. I'm not entirely sure if I'm just going to use parts of the original mountain or just completely remove that and just use like a glass walkway or something. I'm not entirely sure. And that there is where I want to put the enchanting room, since I have an enchanting table all assembled and all the bookshelves ready to go. I just have to make a room for it now. Get rid of these 46 levels before I die with them, which is probably going to happen. Yeah, we need to figure out what to do with the outside. Yeah, so there's the for the nether portal eventually, and there's the enchanting table that we have to find a place for. There's 15 bookshelves in there. And I did locate that, what is it, the spawner. In next episode, I'll take you and look at it and stuff. There's not really much there. There's no chests, which is quite weird. That may be our next project. We may work on an XP farm after the carrot farm gets complete. No, I'm thinking of putting the carrot farm out in that desert somewhere. And, yeah, first, I need to gather some wool here. Because, as I found out, I didn't have enough. Which I kind of assumed I wouldn't have enough. Because the size of the carrot farm is quite large. Now, I don't know if some of you realize it or not yet. But, I don't want to spoil it until we actually start building it, and then I'll kind of explain how I wanted to actually build the carrot farm. Which, I think I'm doing this at night, which it looks like, yeah, it's nighttime, which isn't a very smart thing to do. Definitely don't want to build at night, because, well, one of the major problems is the creepers destroying your work, of course. So, yeah, I go up here and sleep in my brand new bed in my brand new room. I don't know what other ideas I could come up with for other rooms, but we definitely need a brewing/alchemy lab of some sort. So that means we need to go to the Nether at some point and harvest some blaze rod, which is kind of scary to think what the Nether is going to be like. Yeah, eventually we need to put a gold farm out there as well, and do something with the gas, get the gas tiers for potions. Just so much to do. I did do a little trading with that village over there, and I got some glass. Took quite a bit, stacks of wheat and some coal, unfortunately. But I did get some emeralds out of it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I decide that this floating sand is annoying me because it's unnatural, but I don't succeed in knocking it all down because there's just so much of it around. It's just very hard and annoying to actually deal with it all. I try and deal with most of it, but I don't like to waste too much time on camera actually doing that kind of work. But I know some people have OCD. I know I'm OCD about it. But like I said, I don't like to waste too much time on camera doing it. At some point we need to go searching for 4 more wolves so we can get the achievement, and get a cat at some point. I'll probably get the catch fish and cook it achievement as well, because we're going to need plenty of fish to actually tame the cat. And at some point we'll have to come up with names for all those animals in the future. Hopefully we won't have any problems with the dogs despawning, which I've had those problems in my Atlantis world. I had gotten, I think, 3 different dogs. Not all at the same time, but over time I got 3 different dogs. And one by one, they disappeared. I got my first dog, it disappeared. Got my second dog, disappeared. And they weren't dying or anything, they just despawned for some weird reason. I'm hoping that Mojang fixed that issue. I know, well, yesterday, May 19th, and please forgive my friend there at Lemon. I thought I had turned the notifications off. I usually do, but I forgot to do so this time. But shoutouts to Lemon. He's a good friend of mine. He lives in the UK, and we play together when we can because it's a different time zone, so it's kind of tough. But anyway, thanks again for building that DocTech 25 logo in my DocTech Labs, which eventually I'll be showing off to YouTube as soon as I get some things worked out with some of the experiments I'm working on, because I don't want anything spoiled as much as the YouTube audience would like spoilers. I just don't want to do that at this point in time. One of the things I am working on, though, is a warehouse, and there's so much redstone in there that some of the people that come on and visit my labs tend to lag out and glitch a bit. Huge portions of the warehouse will be gone completely, which is unfortunate, meaning that I can't use that warehouse in a multiplayer setting, which I plan to do so, but no, that's not going to happen now. I have to wait for hoppers to come out to better sort through the stuff that comes in, because this warehouse was meant to handle multiple carts. It would 3 mine carts would come in and it would automatically sort through them, but I'll get more into that when I actually get to showing that off. Now here I'm making the base for the carrot farm, but not happy with the size, so I go to a website called Plotz.co.uk. It's a really good tool to guide you in building rounded objects in Minecraft. And well, you can't technically build round objects with cubes, but as round as you can get them. It's a site that I use quite often for different projects, but I'm just going to use it the one time for this farm to actually get the dimensions of the bottom circle right, and then the rest of it's going to just go off of there. It's not going to be anything more dealing with that. But yeah, I keep playing with the design of this, but then eventually I scrap it because it's not working out properly, so I just go to the website and actually mark it out and everything. Okay, I made it back, and I have a circle here with I think it's a 13 diameter. Anyway, I did some wool farming. Well, I made that cut. Well, let me tell you about some bizarre things happened. The footage went in slow motion for a little bit there. It was quite bizarre. I might cut that out and make it into a blooper or something. I don't know. It was crazy. But right now I'm digging out the base area where the floor is going to be, and I plan on using jungle planks for that, which is why I wanted to save that I think it was last episode. Anyway, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm making a carrot farm inside of a giant carrot, which is the reason for all the orange wool. I have a functioning prototype in my DocTech labs, which I'd like to take you to, but there are other things that I don't want anybody to see just yet, because they're still work in progress. So I'm just going to be building the carrot inside of the Let's Play series. And the other one's just a prototype anyway. There was some water flow issues because the way the carrot farm is set up on top, the water streams where they push the carrots are in a circular pattern, so there's problems. In the Let's Play, I may change that over to a basic square. It'll be inside of a circle, which means it'll be a lot smaller, but there's nothing really you can do. And the size of this farm isn't going to be overly large. I would love for it to be an overly large farm, but the console versions of Minecraft unfortunately cap the entity limit at 200, which means you can't have 200 entities in one area. So there can't be more than 200 carrots in item form in the world. Well, they can be in inventory, such as chests and that, but not just on the ground. They'll actually despawn. I've had that issue when I built a wheat farm. I made it quite large size. I think you can get about 7 or 8 stacks from it with one harvest, but a lot of it despawned, so I scrapped that idea. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm making a little indent at the bottom, and then we're going to go 3 up and make another thing protruding outwards until we get to a certain point. The first floor here is just going to be an entrance area, and then you have to climb ladders to the next floor, which will be a storage room. Then the floor after that's going to be the control room slash lobby area, and then there'll be a maintenance area slash where all the redstone is. And then on top is going to be the actual farm, and then there's going to be a skylight in the roof. And then I decided I want to put the entrance facing the base. And eventually we'll come back here and put piston doors in once we get slime balls. But that's going to be in the future. Maybe we'll do that next instead of an XP farm. Or maybe not. No, I think we'll do the XP farm next because we're going to need all that XP to enchant our tools. Because when we make a slime farm, we're going to be digging out a lot of stuff. At least one chunk, which is a 16 by 16 area. So that is quite a bit of blocks. Down to block, let's see here. Down to block 12, I want to say. It's got to leave room for a slime reducer, which a slime reducer is a device developed by Tango Tech, I want to say. I'd have to look that up and put it in the description. But in the description of the slime farm video when we get to it. But anyway, the slime reducer, big slimes come in, and they're 3 blocks by 3 blocks, so they die. And then the next tier, which is medium slimes, which are 2 blocks by 2 blocks, I believe, they get reduced as well. And then the little slimes are 1 block by 1 block, and they can only fit, or they're the only ones that can fit in the little space. And then they can go up a mob elevator, climb ladders. Yes, slimes can climb ladders up to a certain point, that is. And the ideal limit, well, I built the slime farm before in my the Threat 25 homeworld, which was a mistake. Well, not a mistake that I built the farm, that how I built it. I built it from block 5 up to the surface with the ladders, and slime, some of them make it up there, but most of them do not. And they die. They kind of fall down the ladder and die. But the ideal height you want to make it is up to block 40. You don't want to go past that when it comes to building the spawn platforms and stuff, because they don't spawn. But it's a good idea to keep the lobby slash collection area in that space as well. But you don't have to. I guess you can make a lobby on top and have an entrance up there, and then have some sort of way down to the actual collection point, because there's a so-called sweet spot where they spawn really, really well. The only downside of making a slime farm on the console version is there's no hoppers to actually collect it, so you have to make a collection point, which means you'll have to bring the slimes up to a killing area slash where the lobby is, so you can actually collect those so they won't despawn. Because if you kill them and then collect them right away, then you won't have problems. It'll fill your inventory up quite quick, though, I can tell you that. But then you obviously have a chest to unload, and probably a little disposable place, like a fireplace type thing, where you can just throw random junk in, so it doesn't build up in case you want to make an XP farm out of it or something. I don't know. But what I'm doing now is I realized that I don't want to waste the wood filling the walls behind it, so I just decided to fill the entire structure with cobblestone, which is pretty good because we have plenty of cobblestone, and serves a dual purpose in the fact that if this structure somehow catches fire, only the outer shell will burn. Hopefully it won't burn the inside, it shouldn't. But anyway, hopefully it'll just burn the outer structure off, and we'll have a stone carrot. No, I would replace the wool, but I haven't had any problems in my lab yet, and I've had that carrot farm up for a long time with fire spread on, and it hasn't caught fire yet, but that may be because there's stuff on top of it, which there's going to be stuff on top of this one as well. The actual leaves of the carrots, which are not made out of wool. They're made out of something else entirely. I'll get to that when we actually get to that part, because I don't want to spoil that too much. But it's quite interesting how I went about doing that. Now, I know that Etho's lab has a carrot farm type thing with the rounded structure, whatever. I think he called it donut carrot or something. And I came up with this idea before I even realized that that video was out. So I just want to address that now because that was brought up by one of my subscribers about me maybe copying him a little bit. But no, this is a totally original idea that I just came up with. I asked Improper which type of farm I should build in the world that we were playing on. And she decided she wanted a carrot farm, so I just came up with this build. And yeah, I have to get creative because I can't build a giant structure like I want to, so I have to build an artistic type structure instead. Which is fine, I guess. But yeah, we haven't actually built it in that world yet or anything. I don't think we're going to plan on doing that for a while. I have plenty of wool for it, but it doesn't entirely matter. But we are obviously building it on this one right away, because we need food. Well, you know, we could just obviously make a farm, wool farm type thing, a garden rather, like we have up there, but that would be way simpler. But often the simplest solution isn't the best. Yeah, it's definitely the most preferred, but it's not the funnest way. I don't want to sit there and harvest that stuff and blah blah blah. I want there to be some fun in it, and that's what this build is about. It's you know, a sign of art. So we have some sense of accomplishment of what we're doing in the world, not just farming and surviving, but actually building structures. Which, that's what you guys want to see. You don't want to see me just surviving. That would be boring. But yeah, obviously I am surviving at the moment because these zombies are trying to murder me. I got quite annoyed with their I don't even know what they are, moans, I guess. And improper, you better not leave any improper comments about that. And boom, stupid creepers. And yeah, I have a lot of problems with creepers in this area. I think I repair that, and then another creeper explodes. Then I think a third one actually explodes too. We'll find out in a bit. And we get an achievement right here. Time to strike for making a wooden sword. Because I had to make a new sword, and I thought, why not? We'll get that achievement out of the way. I've been kind of putting it off for the past 6 episodes, I think. Could have got it in the beginning, but I kind of skipped over it, I guess, a bit. I didn't mean to, but then when I realized that later, I didn't actually get back to it. And I am having so many problems. This is why you don't build at night. Unless you're in a structure high up that's well lit and stuff, but that's a different farm. Hello, creeper. Stupid thing. There was a bit of dark tech rage there, so maybe it was good that the commentary got scrubbed. Still mad about that stupid DOS of crap, as I coined the term, because, as I said in on a forum post, because before this happened, I was kind of fed up with it anyway. But I hadn't had the program quite yet, so I used Audacity one last time. And what I said previously is that I threw, I'm gonna throw the program into a lake, figure of speech, but quite funny though. Throw it into a lake. And then after this incident happened, I said I'm going to fish it out of the lake, set it on fire, and throw the ashes back into the lake. Now, for any of those people that actually like Audacity and stuff, I'm sorry, but that's my own personal opinion, and I don't mean any harm by it. I'm just quite annoyed with how many problems. Before this incident happened, I had weird audio distortions, and I had to re-record parts of it. In fact, episode 6, I had to re-record the last 10 minutes of it, which annoyed me a lot because I had to kind of fake it not fake it, but fake my reactions in a way, which I think I did a pretty good job. But this one was totally messed up, obviously, so I'm having to do commentary over the gameplay footage, which I don't like, because I generally enjoy my actual reactions to the situation. I don't like faking it. It's not good, and you don't exactly know when things are happening and whatnot, because there's no cues or whatever. There's just the visual footage. It's not actually easy to do commentary over gameplay footage. I know Improper does that sometimes. Sorry if I spoiled the secret or something there, but I don't know exactly when she does it, but you can't really tell because she's quite good at it. But that's not how I like to do the commentary, because it's not genuine to me with the reactions. It could be if you're quite good at acting, but I'm not. I like winging it, so to speak. Don't have any script or anything. I just talk about random stuff, which I'm kind of doing now, obviously. And I can see by the time that the episode is going to end soon. And I just want to say that I am quite liking screw you, Audacity. I'm quite liking Adobe Audition. It's not a cheap program, so that was kind of difficult to obtain, but nonetheless, I obtained it. And my editing program is going well also because of Windows Media Player. Well, not Media Player, Windows Live, whatever crap that is. I got tired of Twitch too. Sorry to anybody who enjoys that program, blah blah blah. But I had problems with that, so I switched. And weird slow motion stuff again, obviously, in this scene thing. Wow, there's a bunch of mobs in that pool over there. Crazy. No, sorry about this boring work here, but I'm just making the outline. And then when we get the required amount of wool, then I'll just outline it, basically. But the next episode, we're going to continue this. And then episode after that, we might take a break and go back to the base and do some renovations, just so we don't get bored of this project. Now, this floor right here that I'm building now is going to be the storage area, and I fill in the rest of this off camera after I kind of get it started here. It's kind of boring work, and also off camera, I cover the outside of what we have so far with wool, and I'll do some more wool farming off camera too. But yeah, this is going to require a lot of wool. A lot. I'm not entirely sure how much exactly, but I know it's quite a bunch. And it's probably not going to take too much jungle wood, but I think I'm going to end the episode here, So this is DocTech25 signing off. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.